What's up, y'all? I'm Mike Berlin. You're watching Wild Fed Family, and right behind me, all you see is water because that's all there is. So my rain gauge won't even register how much rain we got in the last couple days, but all I know is that behind me, the creek level has risen about 20 feet. So we got a lot going on. I actually am off of work right now. I'm probably gonna have to take the next couple days off of work in order to fix fences and get everything back up and jiving here at the little farm that we got. So I need to build back better, and when I say that, I actually mean it. So come on and I'll show you the damage, and we'll get to working on fixing some stuff. So right now you're actually looking at the entrance to the pig pen, and it's sitting about 2 feet underwater just at the gate. That tin roof that you see right over there is actually their shelter, and the water has actually dropped about a foot. Over to my right you got the goat shed, and the whole goat paddock is completely flooded out. So what I had to do is set up a temporary electric fence, and my pigs are sitting right here and absolutely tearing up my lawn, but you know what am I gonna do? The goats are also out, but it is a whole lot better than being in there because right now they'd be underwater. One more thing that I want to show you is that is my driveway disappearing underwater. So in order to get out, we literally have to take a canoe. But you know what? I could launch a boat anywhere in my yard right now. We can get out. I actually have Holly's car parked up at the top of the hill, my truck with the tools down here, and we're gonna survive. But right now the water has actually dropped about a foot, and I'm getting to the point where I can start relaxing, and that's the only reason that I'm making this video. So with my pile of firewood sitting right behind me that has washed up against the fence, I'm gonna show you how to put in a fence that's actually gonna last, because I've learned a couple hard lessons over the years building next to something that's going to flood. So keep on watching, and I'll show you how to keep your animals contained in a harsh environment. All right, so it is the next morning, and the water started going down, but I need a couple things, and I'm gonna get an early start on it. I need concrete, I need fence post, wood corner post and T-post, ties, electrical fence, and for some of the heavier horsepower stuff like stretching fences and pulling old posts, I'm gonna need to borrow my in-laws tractor. So I'm gonna ride over there, pick up a bunch of that stuff, and get a tractor over here so we can get started. Well, there it is. I got all the concrete loaded up, 20 bags. And right now I got to hook up the attachment on the tractor. Let's get to riding. Well, I just got back to the house with the tractor, and this is the first time I'm seeing it in daylight. But I got all sorts of fences tore down to replace, and yeah, I got my work cut out for me. So I can't really get to the goat pen yet because all of that is still underwater. But I'm gonna get started on this pig pen and get those pigs from out of my yard because they're just tearing it up and creating potholes that I gotta fix. So we'll get them back in their pen. But before we do that, we got to go get some fence posts. So let's go do it. All right, y'all. About 5 hours and $1,200 later, I got the material to fix this mess. So let's get to work. so let me show you the first mistake that I made. So this is a treated landscaping lumber, and I actually got it off a job site, and it's was used for dunnage for a metal building. So I threw a bunch of these in the back of my truck about 4 or 5 years ago when I built this fence, took them back, and these are the fence posts that I used. You can see I encased 2 foot of it in concrete, and it held up well for 5 years, but when it was put to the test by a flood like this, it just didn't hold up, and I didn't have this corner braced. So I'm gonna up the diameter of my fence post. I'm gonna use an actual round fence post. It's gonna be 8 foot tall and 6 inches thick, and I'm gonna try to put it about 2.5 to 3 feet in the ground, and then encase it in concrete. So hopefully that'll hold up better, and we'll get to the bracing part after I get it in the ground. All right, so I went ahead and cut a 45-degree angle on that one brace post. But y'all, I love this little chainsaw. I use it for cleaning up around tree stands in the woods, clearing trails, etc. But didn't quite cut it, and I don't want to burn this thing up. So I got to use a real chainsaw next time. So that's my gate, and the reason I got it braced off that way is because all of the fence tension is going that way. I got very little tension going that way because the gate's just hanging on it, and where the fence picks up again, I got my tension going the other way. Now let me walk you over here. I just got this true corner done, minus the concrete and the screws on the braces, but that's it for the most part. So I got fence tension coming back this way, fence tension coming back that way, and it's braced at the corner. Matter of fact, I even have a hole here because when this fence ties in, I got a brace for the tension going that way. So that's pretty much it. I got a ton of work to do, as you can see. So I'm just gonna keep on rocking and rolling, and try to make it through today and get back at it tomorrow. But look, I actually have a little bit of good news. The water has receded to the lowest point of the fence, so I can actually access this. I don't have a ton of accessibility, but by the time I get done working on that pig section, the water will have dropped to the point where I can get the tractor behind it. And also, look what washed up. I'm acting like that's a surprise, but it was actually my boat that was tied up at the boat launch over there. When the water receded and I did not see the boat, I kind of panicked a little bit, but you know what? Things work out sometimes. I got my boat, and thankfully I pulled the motor off about 2 days ago to go ahead and work on it. So motor's good, boat's there, all is well. Animals are good, house is good, we're good. It's just a fence. It'll be all right. Keep working. All right, well, it's day 2, and this morning I got a little bit later start than I would have liked to this morning. I had to go into work and check on a couple things, but last night I was out here probably about an hour after dark by the time I got done cleaning up, and I got all of my corner posts in for this pig fence, and that's my main goal, is just to get the fence stretched out on this section, so at least I have this 50 by 50 paddock to put some animals in and keep them out of my yard. So I'm gonna keep on working till it's done. But at least now the sun's out and it's a little bit cooler than yesterday, so that's nice. It's good working weather, but I gotta get at it. All right, let's stretch some fence. Simple as that. Nice and tight. So staple it down. That's one run done. Well, here we are, day number 3, and as you can see behind me, I got my pigs in the pen, and I finally got them in there probably about 9 o'clock last night. So I got this one section finished up, but I still got a whole lot more to do, and I'm not gonna show you me doing the same thing over and over again. So what I do want to show you is one more thing. So on this run right here, I went back with T-post all the way down. And the reason I'm using T-post in between these braced corners is because they're easy to repair. Now once these wood posts fall over, you really can't fix them without pulling them up and resetting a new post and new concrete, and it's really just kind of a pain in the butt. So these T-posts will go ahead, bend over. I can always bend them back up, straighten up the fence, tighten up the corners. But it's just, it's an easy repair. But now that I'm actually able to come down here, let me put this into perspective for you. So right behind me is the creek, and it's actually about, I don't know, 3 feet high still right now. We typically have good water flow coming through here all year round, but that's the water level down there. I'm probably 6 to 8 feet above it right now, my feet. Let me show you where this water line was. And I actually put a stake in the ground just for this purpose. So there we are. Water. Let's take a walk up the hill. So that right there is where the water line came up to. And like I said, I'm standing about 20 feet above where the water at the creek is right now. But as you can imagine, that was a massive force of water. And I'm lucky that the animals were all right. I'm all right. My family's all right. Only thing hurt was fences. Now, there's gonna be plenty of times where life kind of just kicks you in the butt. But you just gotta keep on moving forward, because stuff happens, and it's all about how you go about fixing and repairing and making things right, because things are bound to go wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I got a lot more work to do, so I'm gonna get back to work, and hopefully I can have everything back up and running and not have to worry about it until Noah's flood comes next time. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So all right, I'm going. See you later.